How are y'all? I'd show you my face, but that's a little weird. So yeah, I'm not here today. I'm going to make a video for y'all to check out some notes. First off, you guys see what I'm doing. Okay, so I got a selfie stick in my desk. Gonna put the phone right there. Gonna make some notes. Come on, man. That's pretty cool. Oh God, I'm also really tired. So if I say anything wrong, I sincerely apologize. Oh no, my selfie stick, it's falling over. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Here we go. All right, hold on. I'm also getting Astros updates. I believe Alex Bregman just did something cool. I don't know what he just did that was cool, but I believe he did something cool. Okay. All right, cool. Sweet. Okay, so determine the intervals where the particle is traveling on a straight line. Determine the intervals where the particle traveling on a straight line are slowing down and speeding up. So we talked about this yesterday. This chart is the king. Okay, so that means we're gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna start by taking the velocity, okay? So I'm gonna get my velocity v of t. So that's gonna be the derivative, 2t minus 6. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it equal to 0. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and solve for that. I'm going to say, okay, that means t is equal to, what's that, 3? Fantastic. Now, to know if we're slowing down or speeding up, we also need to find acceleration, okay? So I'm going to find my acceleration equation, a of t. That's going to be the derivative of my velocity. Well, the derivative of my velocity is 2. Now, let's make a little note there. That 2 is, that guy right there. Right there, yeah? Positive. That's always positive. I wrote positive always. I'm super tired, but that's okay. It happens. Oh, check this out. All right, so I'm gonna make a little bit of a number line. So check this out. Okay, so this number line is for my velocity. I love number lines. They're very nice. They're very easy to organize. I'm gonna pick a number. I'm going to pick a number that is smaller than 3. For instance, the number I pick, I'm going to go with 2. And then I'm going to pick a number larger than 3. Yeah, you knew it. I'm going with 4. Okay? And I'm going to plug those into my velocity. All right? So here we go. Very simple. Don't have to do too much. That's a v of 2, and then let's do a v of 4. All right? Okay, v of 2, well, velocity, 2 times 2 minus 6. That's a number, and I'm going to write down the fact that I don't care what the number is. I care that the sign, that's a negative answer. Okay? Now, v of 4, that's 2 times 4 minus 6. Again, that's a number. Again, I don't really care about the number. I care about the sign. That's a positive number. Okay? So over here, my velocity is negative. Over here, my velocity is positive. Cool? All right. So we said my acceleration always positive. Okay? So let's talk about slowing down and speeding up. All right. Slowing down is when we have, what we talked about yesterday, alternating signs. Positive acceleration, negative velocity, or, oh, it's way over here, y'all can't see it. Negative acceleration, positive velocity. Whenever the signs are different, if my signs are different, we're slowing down. So here we go. My acceleration is positive, but from time is equal to, now we should note that, I say 3 is this important number, but remember, we don't really want to talk about negative time. That's just way too theoretical for us. Let's always assume time starts at 0. So we're going to say we are slowing down on the interval. 0 is less than time, which is less than, well, at 3 we stopped slowing down. And we are speeding up from 3. Now, we can talk about time ticking into the inevitable future. So we can say that we are speeding up from time is between 3 and infinity, because we can't assume that time will go on forever. The time will never stop. But we cannot assume negative time. That's just way too theoretical for me. Okay? So cool. We know that the time intervals where my particle is slowing down is between 0 and 3. And then from 3 to infinity, we are speeding up, going super fast. Cool? Awesome. Try the next one on your own. Go ahead and pause the video now and then resume playback to see if you did it right. Welcome back. I'm assuming you all paused the video. I'm so proud of you kids. Oh, y'all are just the best. Okay, you probably didn't, and this is probably making you all laugh, but that's okay. All right, let's start with finding my velocity. All right, so v of t, I gotta find the derivative. That's gonna be 3t squared minus 6t. And I'm gonna go ahead and set it equal to 0 and solve. Now, this is interesting because now we're gonna have to factor. I'm gonna take out a 3t, and that's gonna leave me with a t. What's that, minus 2 is equal to 0. And I'm gonna get two values for t. I'm gonna get t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 2 for my velocity, okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and find my acceleration. That's gonna be the derivative of the velocity, which is gonna be 6t minus 6. I'm gonna set that equal to 0, and I'm gonna get a t value. T is equal to 1, okay? Now let's make some sign charts. Now we can't say anything like we did last time about being always positive. That's not gonna happen, that's not a situation. But we can make a sign chart for velocity with two things going on, 0 and 2. And I always do this, guys, on my bad. We're not gonna assume negative time, so we're gonna get rid of that one. And then I'm gonna make my sign chart for my acceleration with time as 1, okay? All right, if I plug in a number between 0 and 2, I'm gonna assume the number I'm plugging in is 1. It's a pretty nice number. And then a number greater than 2, let's go with 3. 3 is a pretty nice number. Plug that into my velocity. Okay, if I plug a 1 back into my velocity, that is 1 squared times 3 is 3, minus 6. Yeah, that's a negative answer. If I plug a 3 back into my velocity, that's 3 squared is 9, times 3 is 27, minus 18. Okay, cool, that's a positive answer. If I plug a number less than 1 into my acceleration, I am gonna plug 0 in. I'm allowed to plug a 0 in. If I plug a 0 in, I'm gonna get a negative answer. If I plug a number greater than 1, I'm gonna get a positive answer, okay? All right, so let's go from 0. Let's go from 0. So at 0, I am negative. And at 0, I am negative. So we know that we're starting off by speeding up because I have the same sign, okay? So let's start by talking about speeding up and slowing down, okay? Okay, so we know from 0, we are speeding up. Now, at 1, we change signs. Now, we notice we don't really have a 1 over here. We go 0 to 2. That's okay. At 1, we change signs. So we know that from time is between 0 and 1, we are speeding up. And then we're going to speed up again. At time is equal to 2, my velocity is positive. And, well, 2 is after 1. So when my velocity is equal to 2, my acceleration is also positive. So we know that when time is we can just say greater than 2. Greater than 2. We're speeding up, right? Slowing down. Well, we only have one time account that's not really accounted for. We have time between 0 and 1, and we have time greater than 2. What do y'all think the answer is? Good, class. It is when time is between 1 and 2. Now notice that, ready? At 1, we're positive. Well, at 1, we were still negative, right? We didn't become positive until 2. So when time is between 1 and 2, we are slowing down because we have alternating signs, right? I have a positive sign and a negative sign. So that's when we're slowing down. Okay? Awesome. All right, I'm going to flip the page, reorganize this situation here. Y'all, my selfie stick is like on its last limb. It's like, I don't want to do this no more, bro. Like, what are you doing to me? And I'm like, selfie stick, we've had so many good times. Not really, but let's pretend like we have because I don't want you to break right now. All right, dope. Okay, cool. Hey, this guy wants me to make a sketch of the position. Now, okay, I'm gonna do this in a really cool, fascinating, fancy way. I'm gonna do a couple things. Let's find a couple things. I wanna know where we start. Now, time. when I start, we say time is 0, right? So I'm gonna find the position at 0. Time is equal to 0. Now, if I plug a 0 right there, what are we gonna get? -2. Very good. Let's go ahead and put a dot there on -2. All right. Now, I kind of want to do this with that. Now, I could plug in time is equal to 1, time is equal to 2, time is equal to 3, and I could just yada, yada, yada all day long if I wanted to, but I don't really want to do that. I want to find the velocity. All right. So my velocity is going to be 2t minus 6. And I'm going to set my velocity equal to 0 because we've been doing that recently. And I'm going to find that time is equal to 3. Making a small sign chart, I'm going to pick a number less than 3. If I pick a number less than 3 and I plug it in there, I'm going to get a negative answer. And if I pick a number greater than 3 and I plug it back into my velocity, I'm going to get a positive answer. Okay? Now, think to yourself, where is 0? 0 is over here, isn't it? So when we are at 0, we have negative velocity. Negative velocity means which direction? It means left. That's right, I know, that was awkward. It means left, so that means my particle is going to go left until it hits 3. Now at 3, we become positive. Positive in velocity term means one thing. To the right. So at 3 seconds in, we know we're gonna turn around and go right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find out where was I? What was my position at 3, okay? What was my position at 3? Now that's gonna be 9, minus 18, yikes. That's a lot of numbers. Am I doing that right? Oh gosh. Yeah, 9 minus 18 is the negative 27 minus 2, negative 29. Okay, that's, oh wow. I don't have nearly enough dots. We're gonna pretend like I have enough dots. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat, like cheat meal, whoop whoop. Okay, we're gonna call this negative 29. There you go. I fixed your notes for you, Stu. Awesome. So we know we're going left first, right? So here we go, going left first. And then at 3 seconds, we hit negative 29. And what do? We turn around and we go right. And we're going to go right forever until infinity. So we look something kind of like that. That's kind of what my curve looks like. I mean, that's kind of poorly drawn, but you get the gist. You totally get the gist. All right. Oof. I'm going to skip B. I think you guys should pause the video, try it. I'm not going to have the answer for you yet. You can come see me tomorrow for the answer. I will have it in my book. I'm going to dive into number 4. It just looks so juicy, you know? It's just, my selfie stick is just falling down because it can't handle how good looking this problem is. It's like, oh, this math problem is just so gorgeous. I just want to hang out with this math problem. That, I don't know, that makes no sense. This is me, late at night, at the school still. Missing the World Series, people. All right, let's start by finding our velocity, okay? That's gonna be my first derivative. So here we go, not that bad. It's gonna give me 3t squared minus 18t plus 24. 3t squared minus 18t plus 24. I'm gonna set that equal to 0 and I'm gonna solve. I'm gonna do that right now before I forget. Okay, so I'm gonna do this by factoring. If you don't know me, I factor kind of weird. I just was trained to think about it real long and hard. I'm looking for numbers that match up to 24. I gotta add to 18, but I gotta have this 3 involved. I'm trying them out. I'm thinking about them in my head. I'm thinking -4 right there and -6. I'm gonna double check my math. That's -12 and -6 is -18, -20. Yeah, positive. Okay, cool. Cool, we dig it, right? Okay, so that's gonna give me t is equal to, what's that, 2, and t is equal to 4, okay? And then I'm gonna make a sign chart, which means I'm gonna grab my green pen right here, make my little sign chart. I'm gonna go 2, I'm gonna go 4, and then I'm just gonna remind myself to cap this bad boy at 0 because we don't really care about negative time. It's not really in our wheelhouse to talk about that negative time, you know what I'm saying? Okay? Y'all can like see my feet, can't y'all? Oh, that's weird. Oh, selfie stick on the end of the desk, not really working. Awesome, okay, cool. So here we go. Okay, if I pick a number between 0 and 2, I'm gonna go with the number 1. If I plug that number into my derivative, I'm gonna get a positive answer. I'm gonna pick a number between 2 and 4, let's go with 3. Plug it into my derivative, v of t. I'm going to get a negative answer, children. If you don't believe me, check it out. Try it in your calculator, slow it down. If I pick a number greater than 4, let's go with, I don't know, 5. Plug it into my derivative. Guess what? Well, you guessed it, positive answer. Will it always alternate like that? No, it will not. You have to try it, okay? I am actually plugging this in. I am actually getting values. I do not actually care about what the values are. I just care about the signs of the values, okay? Awesome. Whew, that was dangerous. My phone is at 10%. If this video, y'all, I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. If this video dies, I'm coming to work tomorrow. Like, if you see me at work tomorrow, it's because this video died, which means you won't have seen this video, which means, I don't know. I'm losing my mind right now. It's okay. All right, so I get t is equal to 3 when I set my acceleration equal to 0. So let's make a little sign chart there with a 3. Again, I'm gonna cap it at 0 because we don't really care about time less than 0. It's not really a thing. I mean, it is, t minus, but whatever. Life goes on. Pick some numbers around it. Check it out. This is negative. This is positive. Alrighty-o, guys. Y'all know the routine, man. Let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about speeding up. I'm going to talk about slowing down. Let's talk about moving left. And let's talk about moving right. I want to talk about, those are all the things I want to hit. Those are all like the super important, like gotta know it things. Y'all cool with that? Good, you should be. All right, speeding up means my signs are the same. When are my signs the same? Well, from 2 to 4, we're negative. From 0 to 3, we're negative. So let's go 2 to 3. 2 to 3. I'm going to use a different notation. I'm going to use this interval notation, right? Okay, we're positive after 3. We're positive after 4. So let's go after 4. We got to make everybody happy, okay? Got a great compromise, okay? Got to make one of them happy. Slowing down, I want different signs. Okay, from 0 to 2, we're negative. I'm sorry, 0 to 2, we're positive. 0 to 3, we're negative. So let's go 0 to 2. And then where else? Okay, cool. I got a positive and a negative here. 2 to 4 after 3. Let's go 3 to 4. Everywhere should be accounted for, right? So if we look now, we should see this this idea. 0 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to infinity. Nothing is missing. Everything is accounted for, okay? All right, moving left. Moving left means one thing. It means my velocity is negative. Where's my velocity negative? From 2 to 4. Moving right means my velocity is positive. We're going to go 0 to 2. And then we're going to pick right back up from 4 to infinity. Okay. Again, we talked about using inequality notation earlier, and now we're going to use a little interval notation. Both are viable options that you can use. It just honestly depends on what you're feeling that day. Okay. Hope this helps. Knock some of your homework out, guys. Be good. I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.